So first of all, welcome to possibly the most prestigious event in Southampton this year.
Most people, including my wife and I, have experienced your service at some point. And many, of course, owe our lives to your services. I have seen you working in difficult and pressurised situations at first hand. The medics who attended, and not knowing, of course, what they were coming into, dealt with it promptly on their arrival, reassuring, competent, compassionate, and very quickly alleviated our fears. I've only got admiration for their skill and their knowledge. You did finish up in accident in the emergency department at the General Hospital, and although it was very busy, with a whole range of patients with their families milling around in the waiting room, we were dealt with promptly by compassionate and reassuring staff who were obviously expert in their role.
I guess that almost everybody in UHS has done something over the last year, noble, courageous or outstanding, and many of them have done those things dozens and dozens of times over. But sadly we'd be here for the next few days if we had to recognise everybody in the Trust. So as usual, we've asked you to nominate some very special individuals who are now proposed to call superheroes to distinguish them from all the rest of the heroes in the Trust.
Okay, now thank you. First off, can I just say thank you very much indeed for inviting me along today to this absolutely fantastic event. When I retired, and as I said earlier, I didn't do myself very much good really in terms of education, so I had to really start educating myself at the age of 26, 27. And by luck more than anything else, I fell into social work. And I started off by working voluntarily up at Odeon, Northern Hampshire, with children in care, in residential care. The ex-saints do get involved in, for instance, we're right next door to the hospital, we're involved with the Ronald McDonald House. We have a room that we sponsor in the Ronald McDonald House. We have another great, absolute facility, great support in the hospital, and particularly to families and children who need to be together when they're going through what some of you guys provide in terms of treatment and support, care and so on.
The runner-up for this award is Sarah Charters. Sarah is the consultant nurse in the emergency department. Sarah does a fantastic job in championing the most vulnerable patients. So looking after those patients who have dementia, who have mental health issues, supporting work around violence and aggression, and supporting not only those patients but staff in looking after some of the most challenging patients that we have.
Yeah, I'm really honoured and privileged to win this award. That's fantastic. With the runners-up, I mean, of course. And as we've already been told, we all work within fabulous teams, and I work within an absolutely amazing team within the emergency department who work really challenging situations with some sometimes quite tricky patients. And what I'm so proud of is that any patient, no matter how difficult they may seem to look after, is treated with respect and kindness, and we really have a focus on doing the right thing for vulnerable adults, for people with mental health crisis.
The winner of this award is Emma Taberner. Emma works as one of the major trauma coordinators. The comments here in the nomination talked about her always putting patients first, ensuring that patients and relatives are all fully updated with elements of care, and always looking for opportunities to improve the care of patients.
Just thank you very much, and once again I work with a great team, so all the orthopaedic team and obviously my old team in A&E, and I couldn't do it without them, so thank you very much to everybody.
Well,
I'm really short.
So the runner-up for the team of the year is Ward C6. Ward C6 is the bone marrow transplant ward. The transplant programme started in 2002, and so since then we've completed 300 bone marrow transplants. The winner of the team of the year is the surgical day unit. The surgical day unit always absolutely go above and beyond what's expected of them to look after the patients coming to hospital on the day of surgery, but also regularly support colleagues across the hospital by opening the unit up overnight in order to ease bed pressures and ensure patients receive their operations.
We've got an amazing team, so on behalf of everyone that isn't here, thank you to our whole team, because we wouldn't have this without them. So thank you.
The Chairman's Award for Leadership is Maria Law. Maria has led the maternity services for many years. It's gone from strength to strength under her leadership, and I've always known that women and their families have been at the heart of her service and her leadership.
I just want to say that I've been enormously proud to be part of this trust. I think it has the values and principles that we should all be so proud of. And I'm really sad to leave, but as Fiona says, I am going to be a part-time grandma, and I'm delighted to do that. But as everyone else has said, we head up fantastic teams, and we couldn't be the leaders we are without those people behind us and following alongside us, and sometimes in front of us. So a huge thank you to everybody who's made my life and career an extended family and a wonderful experience. So thank you very much.
The winner of the Chairman's Award for Leadership is Jonathan Hall. He heads up the most amazing service and understated service around medication support of patients following discharge. About 1,000 patients phone Jonathan's helpline every year, and there's the support that they get absolutely reassures, prevents errors, prevents readmissions, and in a very understated way makes a massive difference.
Shocked to even have my name on the list. Speechless, which everyone that I work with would be quite happy with. Got a great team, easy to lead, and this is for them, I suppose. There we go.
This nomination was because this team supported a student nurse with diabetes to undertake the London to Paris Cycle Challenge, including providing a lot of support and guidance before the cycle ride. And in addition, Paula, I think Paula needs to be up here. Paula actually took part.
But diabetes has changed a lot, and I think the hospital has got an amazing team, not just us as a pump service, but the whole diabetes team is amazing, so thank you.
And the winner of this award is the self-referral musculoskeletal physio team. The number of people who around the hospital have talked to me and said, oh, it's made such a difference, I feel so much better, and I feel valued by the trust. It's amazing, so thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to work in this service, and on behalf of Therapy Services, we're really delighted to be able to support all of you. Since we started the service in September 2015, we've seen 620 of you, and you certainly keep us very busy. And it's great that we can do our bit to try and support you in all the great work that you do.
So the runner-up is Charmaine Sholton. So Charmaine has done a brilliant task in terms of teaching people the 18-week rule. These rules aren't easy, and actually it's making sure that we're robust and assure ourselves. So she's been training our staff on that. The winner of education and training goes to David Hall. So David has designed a comprehensive competence framework for training in new staff. There was an influx of new staff in cross-sectional imaging.
Radiology is a fantastic department of trust. So thank you very much.
Brilliant. The runner-up is Jean Panicky. So Jean has actually done a brilliant job in terms of working in occupational health, but this is particularly for her perseverance and willingness and determination to champion the rights of staff with disabilities.
If any of you have got staff who've got disabilities, or you've got a disability, then come and see us, because we made some real changes. So don't let that put you off, because this is a level playing field. And I think it's really exciting that as a trust, you can come here and work.
The winner of the Inclusive Champion is Karen McKinnon. In terms of going the extra mile, certainly Karen champions all of the protected characteristics without a doubt.
But what I would like to say is I love working for our trust. I think we've got a fantastic trust, and I think we're all inclusive champions, so I'd be really pleased to accept this on behalf of all of us, because I think we all do a fantastic job.
So the runner-up is Anne-Marie Day.
Anne-Marie will just be thrilled with this.
and I'm sure she'd be extremely modest about it. But she does a fantastic job for the acute surgical team, organising the consultants generally, but also there's a lot of work with the patients and their pathways, ambulatory pathways, to keep them out of hospital and get them back on the road to recovery as soon as possible. So I'm so proud of her that she's won this. Thank you.
Debbie Summers. Yeah, thanks, Elaine.
Debbie is a staff nurse in the chemotherapy unit, and she runs an outreach service in Lymington twice a week, almost single-handedly. And this allows patients to have their chemotherapy close to home so that they don't have to travel twice a week or whatever their chemotherapy regimen is, up from Lymington. So it's a fantastic service, and well done, Debbie.
In terms of the runner-up for patient safety, it's the practice development aseptic non-touch technique ANT team. So this team have developed on cardiac ICU with the ANT champion. They've educated and changed the culture on cardiac ICU and have implemented a modified turnaround programme which fits the needs of critically ill patients.
And we've worked really hard as a unit to reduce putting our patients at risk, and the team is really everyone, including support workers, up to the senior management, and obviously our matron for giving us the support. Thank you.
The winner of the Patient Safety Champion Award is somebody who I'm not sure will want to receive it, but that person is Ken Wynne James. So Ken Wynne has made some significant changes with regard to our safety checks in theatre, and particularly in the non-interventional procedures.
Well, I'm not going to get on my soapbox again, and I think the only reason I was actually nominated is as an anaesthetist, someone just wanted to see whether I could iron a shirt and wear a tie. And my son was unbearable when he got his blue teacher badge, so I'm quite pleased I've now got one to compete with. Thank you very much.
The next award is the Charity Star Award. Our charity is going from strength to strength at the minute, and that's thanks to a massive amount of work from people across the trust. And it's great to see all the nominations here. The runner-up for this award is Michaela Horap. This team have raised over £25,000 for the Children's Therapy Department to buy much-needed equipment. They've undertaken a series of events, including another London to Paris bike ride, netball tournament, and various other events. And the money raised will benefit children across a wide range of areas. So, well done.
The rest of the team are actually at the back as well. They wouldn't come up with me, so but with these, Tom, Kim and Kim. It wasn't just myself, although I know they want me to say I did lead this, and they're nodding their heads. It was the whole team that were involved with all the charity events, with organising the ball, which was our final big event as well. So thank you to all of them for all their support. And coming on some of the crazy challenges that we did, especially London to Paris.
The winner of this Hospital Charity Award is Brian Stedman and the Planet conceived, recruited and planned a charity ride in 24 hours, London to Paris, with 65 riders. It raised more than £60,000, and together Planets has raised several hundred thousand and spent 270,000 spent projects so far, which is a real massive achievement. And who would like to say something?
Well, I first of all wanted to apologise to anyone that saw me last year in a gold morph suit. Anyone that had that sent to their email account last year, I can only apologise, that was Tim Underwood. What I would say though is, I'm very proud of Planets, myself and Neil. I think it's one of the few things that really makes you feel, positive about what you've achieved in the last 5 or 10 years. And there's the riders that managed to get from London to Paris in 24 hours. There were lots of patients and nurses. These weren't just cyclists. And I'm hugely proud of that and the money we raised through that. And that's going to allow us to do lots of important things. Most of all at the moment is the intraoperative radiotherapy.
So in terms of things that make UHS special, intraoperative radiotherapy, still the only intraoperative radiotherapy in the UK, and absolutely thanks to these guys for making that happen. The runner-up for this award is possibly the most popular volunteer, Leo. And Leo and Lindsay have been visiting children at UHS for, I don't know how many years? 5 years? Our nominated person said that how much she'd seen Leo draw children out of their shells and help with rehabilitation. He's got a lot of different wardrobes and looks rather dashing as a minion. And the number of visits that he and yourself do, Lindsay, is really impressive, and he's touched the heart of so many, so thank you.
On behalf of all the therapy dog teams, I think I'd like to say really that Southampton leads the field. I was chosen to represent animal assisted therapy on BBC Breakfast recently by the leader of the Royal College of Nursing, who's doing a project on it. And what was extraordinary was when she told me that she believed that we had the best setup of anywhere in the country.
The volunteers is Lee Donnarumma. So he's been the driving force behind Radio Lollipop for more than 2 decades. He's also a big fundraiser and has raised a lot of money in Southampton. And despite having 3 children and a full-time job, he's also the honorary chairman.
Thank you. I was incredibly surprised to be nominated, so to stand here receiving the awards is quite humbling, so thank you very much. I think we're proud at Lollipop to have been part of your hospital for, as Fiona says, over the last 20 years or so, and in that time our volunteers have visited the children on the wards, entertained them, played games with them and craft activities, all coordinated from our radio studio, which is on level B. In that time, over the last 20 odd years, we've got some fantastic volunteers, and I consider this an award for each and every one of them, so thank you very much.
The runner-up for the Unsung Hero Award is Sharon Brown. The nominator has written, Sharon is a force of nature with an infectious enthusiasm and vigour for everything she does, and she always goes the extra miles. She's led and managed the pilot of the ward-based service, which we're going to progressively roll out, someone said to me, Sharon is definitely my go-to person in the States. She appreciates and understands our perspective and keeps us informed. Well done, Sharon.
I want to say thank you on behalf of the department that I work for, Estates Maintenance. And it's been an honour and a privilege. Thank you.
And the winner of the Unsung Hero Award is Maria Durkin. She supports over 450 ward and departmental rosters, covering more than 11,000 employees, providing support, guidance, project leadership and training for health roster and safe care.
I've been there for some years. I've been privileged to be part of an amazing clinical team and now an amazing systems team. And it's a privilege and I enjoy my job. Thank you very much.
But the runner-up is Jane Lucas, the primary PCD is a really rare lung condition that heavily impacts quality and length of life. But this team, led by Jane, have led research to improve and standardise diagnosis, management and treatment, including a cutting-edge nose-in-a-dish lab technique.
Yeah, thank you very much everyone who's nominated us for this. Jane Lucas, my colleague and the chair for our group, unfortunately is in the Himalayas, is a way of avoiding emails, I think. She's done very well.
But the winner of clinical impact through research is Andrew Lotery. He and his team have restored and improved the sight of patients through trials of the latest techniques and treatments, including identifying genetic risk factors for glaucoma and age-related macular degeneration, and given sight back to people blinded by a rare condition through cutting-edge gene therapy.
I just wanted to say that the best clinical care happens in the most research-active hospitals. I'm very proud that Southampton is such a great place to do clinical research because it makes an impact on patients and gets better treatments.
But the runner-up has been selected for this award is the perioperative medicine team. Perioperative medicine is aiming to identify and support earlier on those patients at risk of post-operative complication, health screening and CPAT testing using to diagnose and optimise patients pre-surgery. For the last year, the team, led by Professor Mike Brokaw, commenced the one-year pilot service, and already that has demonstrated some real improvements in terms of patients.
We're really chuffed to win this, runners-up for this award, and obviously we're just 2 parts of a much, much bigger team. The perioperative medicine team is very multidisciplinary and includes a number of consultant anaesthetic team, as well as the physiotherapists, the dietitians, the alcohol team, the smoking cessation, and
we've all worked together on this project, and I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that's helped us with this.
And the winners of this award are Sarah Irving, Ali Phillips, Pat Wagner and Fiona Bullas. The T&O team have worked really hard to increase the timeliness of patients admitted into the service through creating a trauma admissions unit, helping patients move out more quickly of the emergency department and improve patient care. And I also know that this is just the start of what you're trying to achieve.
If we can get everybody walking home thinking, what can I do better tomorrow that I didn't do today, I think we could have the best trust in the country.
The runner-up for this team of the year is the ophthalmology team.
Yeah.
The effort to ensure that patients across ophthalmology all get access to as many research trials as possible is absolutely what I think this department is summed up by, that every patient gets access to a trial if there is a trial available. So well done. And the winner of this award is the Bybound Research Team. Investigator Jim Byrne has been praised by staff and patients alike for his conscientious, compassionate and efficient work in delivering this study and care for participants. Has consistently gone over and above to deliver this trial, with patient feedback demonstrating the quality and commitment of their care.
The most important people actually who've made this all work are actually the patients who've agreed to go into the study. Many have had an amazing experience through the extra support they received through research.
Are really grateful for the support of the Daily Echo, who have publicised this award, invited their readers to nominate people. Daily Echo gets to break the rules if they want, so they've got two runners-up. And they are Jose Horno and Kay Duggan.
Thank you to John and Carol for nominating me. And actually, I retired on January the 1st, and I had 37 years of wonderful, happy working at the Princess Anne Hospital. And can I accept this award on behalf of all the dedicated midwives, including Margaret, who's on the list there, who are still working really hard day and night and going beyond the call of duty every day. Thank you.
I'm not Jose. But I do work with Jose on the oxygen team, and I know the dedication that he puts into looking after all the patients from Southampton that are referred for oxygen therapy. And the reason he's not here is because he's finishing clinics and patients. So well deserved. Thank you very much.
And the winner of the Daily Echo's Reader Choice is Lisa Leopard. And on the neonatal unit, supporting families, and was described by the reader who nominated you as being an angel.
I want to just dedicate this award to the team on the neonatal unit because we are incredibly passionate about keeping the family and the baby at the centre of the care that we give. And we were incredibly proud that last year to be the first unit in the UK to be awarded with the Bliss Family Friendly Accreditation Award. So that was an incredible piece of work by the team to achieve that award.
UHS Ethiopia Chronic Disease Partnership was formally set up 6 years ago. The aim of this project has been to improve delivery of care for patients with chronic disease in rural Ethiopia. She walked for 3 days with her father to get to the clinic. When she arrived, she had a blood glucose of 40, dehydrated, malnourished. She had to be admitted to hospital, but she's now established on treatment and under regular follow-up at one of our health centre clinics. And the main aim of this work these health partnerships is to improve health outcomes through sharing of skills and capacity building projects, harnessing the strengths and expertise within the NHS.
I personally wanted to address the people who are here because they nominated someone, and to say thank you for doing that. And one of the key reasons about how we make UHS a nice place to work is about how we treat each other. And one of the key things about how we treat each other is, I believe, saying thank you, always, acknowledging success, and celebrating and recognising when people go above and beyond. As Ali said earlier, I think that there is something within UHS about always striving to be better. But just for 1 minute, I think I'd like those individuals to kind of drop that and just try and be complacent for 1 minute and think, I did something that was really impressive. In a great hospital with, as people have talked about, 10,000, 11,000 heroes, you were picked out to be especially great, and that's something which you should all feel really proud of. So I wanted to end this by saying thank you to everyone here, and on behalf of everyone who works and volunteers in the Trust, on behalf of the millions of people who rely on us across the south of England, that at their most vulnerable, at their sickest, at the point where they are, and their families are most critically ill, they rely on us, and we are here for them. And that's something which is a privilege that we all share. So thank you very much.